Okay, hi again. I'm gonna do today chocolate chip cookies. So you can put lots of different things in these, and they're really easy to make. But I think they're really nice. So what I've got in here is I've got some salted butter. Okay, you can use unsalted as well, but salted just gives a better flavor for these. Brown sugar and granulated sugar. And then the other ingredients I have are flour, plain flour, a little bit of salt, a little bit of baking powder, and then I've got one egg and two teaspoons of vanilla essence or extract, and then chocolate chips, whatever you want, dark or white. I've got some, Smarties or M&Ms or something if you want to, and marshmallows you could put in as well. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to cream this butter and sugar together. So basically I'm going to mix that together. So you can use a spoon if you want, or you can use a mixer. So I'm going to use the mixer and really cream, the technique is called creaming the butter. So I'm going to cream that and get it really soft and mixed in well. So I'll come back to me in about a minute. Okay, so the next stage is once it's creamed like this, what you want to do is just to, that it's nice and light like that, nice and light and kind of fluffy. And what you want to do is mix in your egg. So your egg and your vanilla. So just put that in. And just gently mix that in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to sieve the flour, baking powder and the salt together. So I'm just mixing that in first. And then the brown sugar kind of gives the cookies a nice color and a nice flavor. It just adds, so it's better to use that as well as the granulated. Just makes them nicer. So there we go. So that's all mixed in there. So then I'm going to put that to one side there. I'm going to sieve this. So I've got salt, a little bit of salt, a little bit of baking powder, and the flour, plain flour. I'm just going to sieve that, get all the lumps out of it. And this also gets a bit of air into it. So that's that. And then any kind of lumps at the end, you can just put those through as well. So that's that and that done. And then I'm just going to use a whisk just to mix, to make sure that all that salt and baking powder is mixed together. So that's that done. And then basically mix the two together. So just fold your flour in. So basically folding is a technique that you go around the side of your bowl and then through the center. So right around the side of the bowl and then through the center. I'm going to add in all the flour there. That's that. So we'll just mix that in nicely. So just do it gently, otherwise the flour will come out of the bowl and all over the place. Just put down a damp tea cloth so it keeps the bowl in place. We're just going to mix this together. So you can put anything into this. What now? You can. These are, well, it's chocolate chip cookies, so you need to put chocolate chips in. But you can put, if you want, you could make another version. Other versions. You could put oat and apple into this. You could put lots of, whatever you like. Cinnamon and apple would be another nice one. And then what I'm going to put in is I'm going to start with some just chocolate chips. So I've got some dark chocolate chips here. You could use milk. Or white. So I'll put the recipe in the comments section, so you'll have the recipe, and so you just mix that in. So you'll see it's nice kind of soft consistency, and then so you could start with that, and then you could half your mixture, and you put some white in. You could put some Smarties in. I might add a few Smarties in there as well. I think it would be nice next, or a few M&Ms would be nice as well. Just, I don't think anyone will not like that. So mix that all together. So once you've got the mixture nicely mixed like this, what I'm going to do now is to get a little bit of warm water. Okay. Now sometimes I use if I'm doing really big cookies, I get an ice cream scoop in some warm water. Okay. Or you can go with the tablespoon, or you can go with a teaspoon. You need a couple of trays for this. So I've got one tray that's done with greaseproof paper or parchment paper, and one tray with silicone mat. So if you have a silicone mat, it's handy because you can reuse it. and it goes in the oven. So all you need to do is to dip your spoon into the warm water and then grab a little bit of mixture. And so if you want, just put your hands in as well, just so the mixture doesn't stick to your hands. And then you can just make a little ball. Okay, ball there. And then you're going to place the cookie, just place the cookie on the baking sheet. Make sure it's going to spread, so make sure you have enough room around it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some big ones and some small ones. So they're relatively, you know, they're going to spread out. So they're relatively small, and I'm going to make bigger ones. And then, so you might fit 6 on that tray, and you might fit 4 on the other tray. You just have to press them down, and then come back to me, and I'll have them all done, and we'll get them ready for the oven then. Okay. Okay, so now what I've done is I've got 6 kind of medium-sized ones and 4 really big ones out of that mix. Okay, so all you need to do now is just to ball them up. Make sure there's room enough, because they're going to spread. So make sure there's room enough around them, and you just press them down slightly. And then I'm just going to put them all in the oven, and then you'll see the result after that. Okay, so that's the cookies baked. So I did these for about 14 minutes. You just get them brown on the outside, but soft in the middle. And these took about 8 to 10 minutes. So that's it. Enjoy.